So you bought a rental property. That's awesome. But now you're wondering, should I manage it myself or should I hire a property manager? The answer isn't as simple as you think. Before you decide, let's break down the pros, cons, and hidden factors of hiring a property manager. So you might ask, what does a property manager actually do? Let's talk about it. A good property manager will handle all the tenant screening and leasing, collect rent, deal with late payments, schedule and oversee maintenance and repairs, deal with legal issues, evictions, and lease enforcements, keep your property compliant with local rental laws, act as a middleman so you don't have to, keep your monthly rent up to current rental values, and one of my favorites is provide all your documentation for your taxes and your CPA at the end of the year. Sounds great, right? But now let's talk about money, because at the end of the day, hiring a property manager isn't free. Most management companies charge somewhere between 10 to 20% of the monthly rent. Some additional fees for tenant placement, management, oversight, and lease renewals can be added as well. So, as an example, if you rent your property for $1,500 a month, you're paying anywhere from $120 to $200 every single month, plus additional extra fees. Always read your fine print before hiring a property manager. Make sure you review that contract, and if you have any questions, make sure you ask. Let's talk about the pros and cons. Some of the pros: saving time, less stress, legal protection, scalability. What does that mean? No more maintenance calls in the middle of the night. You don't have to deal with tenants directly. We would handle all leases and violations, including evictions. We would be able to handle multiple properties for you to make your life easier. I know a guy who managed his properties and he thought it would be easy. Seemed great until the water heater burst at 2 a.m. He had no idea what to do. Spent hours trying to find a plumber in the middle of the night. If he had a property manager, it would have been emergency contact handled already, and he would be asleep the whole time. Some of the cons would be, it does cost money. You lose some control. You're relying on somebody else to handle the issues. And a bad property manager can actually cost you more money in the long run. And what if you don't want to hire a property manager? What's the alternative? Managing it yourself. That means more profit, full control, hands-on experience. Let's say you bought a rental property in another state. You got a great deal on it, but you're managing it yourself. Nearly impossible. What happens when the tenant needs repairs? Do you find contractors remotely? And what if the rent's late? Then you're chasing the payments from miles away. This is when you can let your property manager shine. They can be your boots on the ground. They can make sure everything runs smoothly while you sit back and collect the rent. But let's be real, self-managing isn't for everyone. It's very time-consuming, there's legal risks involved, and it can be really stressful. Some tenants can be a nightmare. So how to decide? Here are a few questions to ask yourself before making that decision. Do you have time to manage the property yourself? Do you live close enough to meet the tenant's needs? And are you comfortable dealing with tenants directly and legal issues? Last question would be, can you afford a property manager without hurting your cash flow? If you answered yes to most of these, then self-managing might work for you. But if you want less stress and more free time, hiring a property manager might be worth it. So what do you think? Would you rather save money and self-manage or pay for peace of mind with a property manager? Let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more real estate tips. See you on the next one. If you want multiple rental properties, let's make it easier.